Your body can stay in survival mode for years, and most people never realize it. Not because of trauma, not because of danger, but because of tiny daily habits that quietly convince your brain you're under attack. And once that happens, your stress hormones stop acting like emergency tools and start acting like permanent roommates. That's when the cravings begin. The belly fat, the exhaustion after waking up, the racing thoughts at night, the feeling that your body is fighting you no matter how hard you try. And the terrifying part? Some of the habits causing it actually look healthy. Your body was never designed to live in constant alert mode. But modern life keeps pressing the alarm button over and over and over again. And eventually, your nervous system forgets how to feel safe. That changes everything. Because when stress hormones stay high for too long, your body stops focusing on long-term health. It shifts into survival protection, almost like a city preparing for a disaster that never comes. Your metabolism slows down, fat storage increases, sleep becomes lighter. Your brain scans for threats constantly. Even your hunger signals start changing, and most people blame themselves for it. But here's what nobody tells you. Your body is incredibly obedient. It simply adapts to the signals you repeat every day. And these next 5 habits may be teaching your body to stay stressed without you even noticing. The first one starts before your day even begins. Checking your phone the second you wake up. Sounds harmless, normal, even, but imagine this. Your eyes barely open, and instantly your brain gets flooded with notifications, bad news, emails, comparisons, pressure, noise. Before sunlight, before movement, before your nervous system even stabilizes, your brain immediately interprets urgency. Cortisol, your main stress hormone, naturally rises in the morning to wake you up. That part is healthy. But when you combine that natural cortisol spike with instant digital overload, your brain amplifies the signal. It's like throwing gasoline onto an already burning fire. Your nervous system shifts into reactive mode before your feet even touch the floor. Heart rate increases, dopamine spikes, attention fragments, and your body quietly learns something dangerous. Mornings are stressful. Most people don't feel the damage immediately. That's what makes this so deceptive. But over time, your baseline anxiety rises. Your brain becomes more alert, more restless, more exhausted. And the worst part is, your body starts expecting stress before the day even starts. But that's only the beginning. Because the second habit looks productive, constant caffeine without recovery. Coffee itself isn't the villain. The problem is how people use it, especially when they're already exhausted. Your body has an emergency energy system. When stress hormones rise, your liver releases stored fuel so you can survive danger. That's useful during emergencies. But modern stress never ends. So instead of escaping danger, people sit at desks, barely moving, while their nervous system acts like it's being chased. Then comes another coffee, another energy drink, another stimulant, and suddenly the body gets trapped in a loop. More cortisol, more adrenaline, more exhaustion, more caffeine to compensate. Your brain starts borrowing energy from tomorrow. That's why some people feel tired and wired at the same time. Their body is exhausted, but their nervous system refuses to power down. And here's where things get dangerous. High cortisol doesn't just affect stress. It changes hunger. Your body begins craving fast energy, sugar, salt, processed foods, not because you're weak, because your brain thinks you're surviving something. That survival theme keeps showing up again and again. Your body is not trying to sabotage you. It's trying to protect you, even if the threat isn't real. And that leads directly into the third habit, sleeping with stimulation until midnight. Scrolling, videos, bright screens, constant input. Your body desperately needs darkness and calm to lower cortisol at night. But most people fall asleep in the middle of digital chaos. And biologically, that confuses the brain. Because humans evolved around predictable light cycles. Darkness meant safety, recovery, repair. Now your brain sees artificial light at midnight and thinks something unusual is happening. Stay alert. Melatonin drops. stress hormones stay elevated longer. Sleep becomes shallow. Even if you technically slept 8 hours, your nervous system may never fully recover. And the next morning, you wake up emotionally heavier, hungrier, more reactive. The cycle repeats. But wait, the fourth habit is one almost nobody suspects: never slowing down. Some people are so overstimulated they become uncomfortable with silence. No breaks, no stillness, always multitasking, always consuming something. Music while working, videos while eating, scrolling while resting. The brain never gets a moment to feel safe. And safety matters more than people realize, because your nervous system constantly asks one question: can I relax now? If the answer is always no, stress hormones remain active in the background, like an engine that never shuts off, even during rest, especially during rest. That's why some people feel guilty doing nothing. Their nervous system has been trained to associate stillness with vulnerability, so they stay busy, distracted, mentally running, but internally, their body is exhausted from surviving invisible pressure all day. And this next habit may be the most damaging of all: treating recovery like laziness. This is where modern health culture quietly breaks people. Extreme dieting, overtraining, sleeping less to stay productive. It sounds disciplined, but biologically, your body often interprets it as danger. Too little food raises stress. Hormones. Too much intense exercise without recovery raises stress hormones. Poor sleep raises stress hormones. And eventually your metabolism adapts defensively. Fat loss slows down. Energy crashes harder. Mood becomes unstable. Your body begins protecting itself, like a phone entering low power mode. And most people respond by pushing even harder. More restriction, more punishment, more stress, not realizing they're teaching their body that survival is never over. But here's the truth that changes everything. Your body does not heal when it feels attacked. It heals when it feels safe. That's why the solution isn't just trying harder. It's sending different signals. Simple ones. Morning sunlight before screens. Caffeine later in the day instead of immediately after waking. Walking after meals. Eating enough protein. Creating quiet moments without stimulation. Sleeping in darkness. Recovering without guilt. Tiny signals of safety. Tiny reminders that the emergency is over. And slowly, your nervous system begins lowering its guard. Sleep deepens. Cravings calm down. Energy stabilizes. Your brain stops feeling constantly under pressure. Not overnight, but steadily. Because your body was never broken. It was adapting. That matters more than you think. Most people spend years fighting their biology, when the real goal is teaching the body that it's safe again. And once your body finally believes the danger is gone, everything starts changing. Follow BurnLabYT for real fat loss science.